Hello, everybody, and welcome to our second episode of the EduMatch Tweet and Talk. Please follow along with us on our Google Hangout as well as our Twitter with our back channel with the hashtag EduMatch. So EduMatch is pretty much a service that helps connect educators around the world across similar interests. So if you're interested in being featured, then please just check us out at edumatch.education. Also, we have a very active Voxer group, so we would love to have you there. So tonight's topic is very, very cool. It came up in a conversation with Tara, and it was how has connecting changed you personally. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to have introductions from the panel. So I'm going to open it up to Amanda, if you wouldn't mind just saying a few words about yourself.
Hi, I am Amanda Rogers. I'm at the EdSaneT on Twitter. I'm a third grade teacher in Texas. I'm in love with project-based learning and ed tech and love being a connected educator.
Fantastic, fantastic. Judy, how about you?
Okay, I am a college professor at the University of St. Joseph in Connecticut, and I primarily teach in our graduate program. I do teach technology education courses as well as a variety of other courses, and I occasionally teach undergraduate courses in the English department. And I've been a connected educator for, well, maybe 10 years. I'm trying to think of which tool I started with first, but I guess we'll get to that a little later, so I don't want to belabor the introductions. So next person on is Shaina.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining us, Judy. We're very, very happy to have you here. So Shaina, if you wouldn't mind.
Sure. I'm Shaina Glass. I am an instructional technology specialist here in Houston, Texas, at a Title I engineering magnet school, and connecting has changed my life, and I'm ready to share.
Fantastic, fantastic, and welcome to the panel. All right, we'll go now to Stephany.
Hi, I'm Stephany. I teach 5th grade in Middletown, New Jersey. I have a district of growing connected educators, but we're always looking for ways to inspire teachers to get connected.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And Tammy.
Hi, I'm Tammy Neil from Florida. I teach in a rural North Florida high school. I teach computer apps and game design, and have been connected for about 3 years now, and very excited to talk about what those connections have done for me personally tonight.
All right, that is awesome. Tara? Uh-oh, Tara, we can't hear your audio.
Headphones are plugged in. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Good.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, my name's Tara. I'm an educational technology coach for a K-8 district in Illinois. I will soon be moving to one, and I'm echoing, but yeah, that's all.
All right, fantastic, Tara. Fantastic. Valerie? Thank you so much for being here, Valerie. We're very, very excited to hear your insights. And last but not least, we have Leslie. I'm sorry, Leslie, you might need to unmute your mic.
Yeah, I think I've got that now. Sorry. My name is Leslie. I am an instructional technology coach. I work with the secondary schools in my district. I've been connected, I guess, last couple of years, I suppose. Kind of like Valerie, I've worked with students and teachers, but as far as the tech goes, probably I'd say about 3 or 4 years now. I'm excited to be here tonight. Thank you.
All right, fantastic. So we have a wonderful panel here tonight, and we also have a wonderful panel on our EduMatch hashtag, meaning all of you who are not on our panel and some of you who are on our panel who are also contributing using the EduMatch hashtag. So this topic is a really, really, really personal one. Because a lot of times we talk about the professional benefits of being connected, and the personal benefits may get overlooked. Personally, in the past, I've struggled with making those connections with people on a personal level, and just chatting with someone today on Voxer, then pretty much when people put themselves out there on social media, then you get to see them for who they are at first before going through all these different layers that you have to peel back the formalities. If you want to know what they really think, if you want to know what's really at the heart of this person, then all you have to do is see how they connect and see what kind of information they put out there, and that helps us have so many great conversations. So I just wanted to open up to the panel to see if anybody had any insights that they would like to share on how being connected has helped you personally or professionally. Feel free to join in with either.
I'll go first. I don't know if you wanted to stay in order or not. Being a college professor, very often what happens is our personal and professional lives cross over, but given that our focus is primarily on personal, I'll try to stay with that. If you don't mind, I'll probably have to throw in a few things that are professional. I'm going to give you one example. This is going back a good number of years, and I was asked by a personal professional friend to write an article about blogging and integrating it into the schools, and this was a while ago. But I do want to say that every single reference that I was able to connect with, and I would say personally, I wrote that whole article using people I met online and Twitter who gave me access to their blogs, who did Google Hangouts with me, etc. And that's going back a good number of years. So, I mean, I made personal connections. I'm going to give you another example, too, of personal and professional type of crossover. When I use books by various authors, such as Alan November or Kathy Cassidy, I've made personal connections with these authors. Alan November has invited me to his Building Learning Communities conference up in Boston for free without paying registration. So that's been a personal connection. I've done Google Hangouts with him in class as well as at home, and with other people as well. Some of you that know me from Voxer are going to know what I'm going to say next. You could probably guess. My plans for this summer are up in the air, and I decided not to teach a course in summer session, which would be May, June right now in our graduate program. And I decided I just wanted to leave that open as an opportunity. I thought originally I was going to go to Paris, but the flights were really expensive, so I said, oh, I'm going to go to Maine. Well, not that long ago, some of you know I've got on Periscope. And I've met some phenomenal people in Paris, and I am now going to Paris. I booked my flight last week. My whole life has changed, in a sense. My whole summer plans, everything has changed. I met somebody on Periscope who's already arranged for me to stay in this phenomenal loft. It's right near Notre Dame. It overlooks, Notre Dame's on an island, so it overlooks one of the rivers with picture windows, and I've seen pictures of it and everything else. I've also met somebody on, many people actually on Periscope that are helping me with my travel plans, including, I don't know if any of you are on Periscope, but two people that I follow from Paris are Claire Waddington and Euromeister. That's not his real name, but he's going to help me get a SIM card and so on. And also just using Voxer groups. I've connected very often, like with Sarah, who I was very happy to meet at Ed Camp USA, and a bunch of other people. I'll give you another one other example of a personal connection. I have met several people from BC up in Canada, which is quite a distance for where I live. And when I was going on a trip to Alaska, I met with them and had dinner with them. So I found that as much as I have to use all kinds of technology to stay up to date professionally, especially teaching graduate education courses to teachers, the personal connections, I've just given you a few examples. So I hope we could hear from the next person. I don't want to stay on too long. I want to give somebody else a chance.
That's fantastic, Judy, and you are definitely an example of how you can use technology to connect in so many ways. So that is great. Tara?
All right, testing. Is it working?
Yes.
Okay. So let's see. Personally, how being connected has helped me as a new teacher. I'm not currently new, but when I first started out 5 years ago, I remember just like not really understanding like where I fit in and what I wanted to do and what direction I wanted to take. So by being connected with other people, I was able to see like kind of what trajectory they took to get to where they are, so that I could better like kind of follow in those footsteps, but then kind of carve my own way at the same time. Because we're kind of short on time, I'll make this really short. Being connected has also enabled me opportunities to see opportunities that have led to what will be in 40 days a job in Singapore. Also, when being connected through Twitter, I was able to make connections that allowed me to teach kids how to code over in California last summer. So a lot of great things come from being connected, and yeah.
All right, fantastic. And that is so true. That is so true. All right, Amanda.
All right, so being connected has helped me definitely to gain confidence in my career. I was honored to be Teacher of the Year this year in my district, and the first people I told were the people that I chat with the most on Voxer. They also drug me through relationship troubles, all kinds of things. These people have become some of my best friends, and not only do they help me professionally, but definitely personally.
Fantastic, fantastic. Shaina?
Okay. Mine is like a kind of funny story on my connecting. I agree with what I can't remember which one. There's a lot of you here mentioned earlier about being connected in your classroom with your parents and with the students and with your other colleagues on your campus. But I was afforded an opportunity to go outside of my campus and my district and went to Mickelson Science Academy. I was selected to attend, and from there I met someone who helped me connect, and I thought Twitter was not, no offense, I thought it was a joke. I was like, no one uses Twitter, I don't get it. And from meeting this person, I have gone to space camp on a random road trip, just showed up in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Alabama. I have gotten opportunities to travel across the country, and I've actually like stayed in people's houses and, just traveling, doing ed camps, things that I would not have normally done. I call it kind of my experience like a 1970s hippie-ish, free falling, you can do it, jump in the back of a Volkswagen and make it happen type of experience of connecting with like-minded educators. It's really cool. And it becomes infectious, almost contagious, where now my primary goal is to help others become connected so they can get that same sensation. Hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. Thumbs up if you agree. I mean, it's weirdly, eerily addicting. And I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. I mean, I have to try to disconnect myself back into like the grass and bees because I want to learn. I learn every day. So just wanted to share that little tidbit that, it may be a little different than your normal life, and that's okay because you're not normal. We all aren't. We're educators. And you have to reach out and try to make it happen.
That is so right. We are definitely beyond normal as educators. Tammy has something that she wanted to share as well.
Yeah, I have, believe it or not, folks, I have come out of my shell because of being a connected educator. I was in a situation where I felt that I didn't have anything else to offer and was starting to look for jobs outside of education. And being a connected educator completely not only changed my perspective on me, but changed my perspective on my classroom. And like Amanda, was able to, my faculty voted me as Teacher of the Year this year, and some of the first people I told were my connected family. So wouldn't have changed it for anything in the world, not anything. and so grateful for all the connections.
Absolutely, yes. Connections have just expanded my world as well. I'm going to turn it over to Valerie.
All right. Can you hear me?
Yep, go ahead, Valerie. Oh, it seems like your mic might be muted. All right, it looks like we might be... Oh, okay, there we go. I think we have you now.
Got it? Okay.
Yep. All right.
I would say, just like everyone else, especially what Shaina said, it has been a wild adventure, just being connected. I think what it has also done was sprung back some new life into teaching. As Tammy mentioned, you kind of go through that procedural, rudimentary steps, and everything becomes routine. And after a while, a couple of years in teaching, that starts to become boring. So I could only imagine what that was doing to the students. And so with this new life and being connected and just being able to tie to like-minded people across the country, not just in our building, it's almost like, okay, there's that passion. This is the reason why I married this career. And here it is again. And so the new life and finding new things and just finding this little culture and this little community and this group of people that keep you going. It's almost addictive. For those of you that may be married, you've got the husband over your shoulder, like, what are you doing on that computer still? Didn't you just come from work? And it's like, now you're on the computer again about more education stuff. And it's addictive. It is, and you just can't get enough of it because we are lifelong learners, and we're wanting to be better educators, and we're wanting to find the ways that we can relate to our students. And so I think that gets us going, knowing that there's something new I can try. I can get these kids excited. And so being connected, I know, has kept me in education and has revived what I thought was dying. And so now I can walk into a building, and even though there are other people in there that are going, yeah, they're in that zombie phase, but I still have my mojo and I can keep going. And and so now I try to pull them in and try to revive them and teach them little things. And now they're like, oh, and I'm like, hey, you want to take a road trip? There's an ed camp going on in Rome. Let's drive down there. And they're like, we're going where? Rome, let's just go. And then when they win the free prizes, they're like, when's another ed camp coming? It's like, I don't know, I'll find out. But definitely being connected, I think we're all agreeing that it has brought some new life to us all and in our classrooms.
Absolutely. Could not agree with you more. So I'm going to turn it over to either Stephany or Leslie, or actually both of you. Would either of you have a thought? All right, Stephany, I see you shaking your head.
Yeah, one thing that my PLN has personally done for me is just letting me know it's okay to take risks. For example, I recently, in the beginning of the year, I was kind of researching flipping my classroom, and I didn't know much about it, and I did a little research, but I didn't feel comfortable kind of jumping into it. And one night I reached out to my PLN, and I said, does anyone have any advice? Does anyone have any resources that they could share? And I was so surprised by the number of educators who reached out to me and who not only gave me advice, but they gave me documents and letters to parents, and they connected me with other elementary teachers who were flipping their classroom. And I was able to pretty successfully flip my classroom, and I don't think I could have done it and jumped right into it if I didn't have the support of my PLN to do so.
Absolutely. That is fantastic. So Leslie, do you have any thoughts?
I do. Being connected has helped me personally because, kind of like the others have said, I had lost my passion for teaching, and in the last year since I've been an instructional tech coach, I've been able to find a new passion with helping teachers get their technology going in their classroom and sharing ideas, and also I've just been able to figure out what makes me tick and what I like to do. So it's given me validation for who I was as a teacher, who I am as an instructional tech coach, and also just who I am as a person. And I'm like everybody else. I want people to feel that way because I see so many teachers who are like, why am I doing this? Because the kids just aren't getting it. The parents don't appreciate it. My administrator is hassling me for stuff. But I want them to know there's a world out there of other educators we get it, so just reach out and we can help get you over the hump. That's one of the things that I've found out about who I am and what I'd like to share with others.
Absolutely, absolutely, and there's so much passion in that, and part of connecting, you know, I'm hearing a lot of you say that we are building upon our passions, and we're getting the help and support from our PLN while growing ourselves. So that's fantastic. I just wanted to thank all of you for being on the panel tonight, and I wanted to thank everybody who is doing the EduMatch back channel. So this chat will be storified on Twitter, and it will also be available as an iTunes podcast. So next week, come back and see us. We're going to be talking about ways to just say no when you have a little too much on your plate. So definitely want to see you guys for that. Anyone who's interested could be a panelist. The Google Hangout link will be going out shortly, so definitely check that out. One more time, just wanted to put a plug in for EduMatch. Check us out, edumatch.education. Sign up. We can help you build your PLN. And we have a very, very active Voxer group. So thank you all so much for joining, and have a great one. All right.